What's going on, everybody? My name is Phantomatic, and today I just wanted to come on here and discuss two things with you all. Now, of course, you saw the title of the video, so you pretty much have a good understanding of what I'm going to be talking about. But for this video, as I said, I'm going to be talking about two things. One, am I going to be quitting or am I going to be continue playing Honkai Star Rail? And two, am I going to continue making content for Honkai Star Rail? Now, if you all know, I've been keeping up with casters and the whole global passive situation. And originally, this started with a post I made on Twitter on YouTube, my bad. On YouTube and on Twitter and on my Discord, which you should join down in the description below. And I basically said, if Casters' global passive stays, then I will quit the game. Now we're currently on version 5 of Casters' kit, so you can clearly see, yeah, the global passives are here to stay. So now you're wondering,
yo, is he really gonna leave the game?
Well, ever since I made that post and made those two videos, I have had time to really think about it. And what really made me rethink my decision was not that really, but a leak that has surfaced about version 3.2 of Honkai Star Rail, which of course I'm not going to talk about because I actually do want that to be kept a surprise for those who don't look at leaks and are currently watching this video. But yes, instead of just saying I'm going to quit the game, I now do believe that for the people who do want to stay, there should be a balance, okay? Something that balances the bad with the good. The bad being the global passives. But Hoyoverse and HSR devs, honestly, they are obligated to give us something good in return. You know, free-to-play players, we deserve something good in return for the global passive being the game, which again, I won't talk about, but yes, there is something good, really good. I personally think it's really good that is coming up. So just stay tuned for that. And if this thing turns out to be as good as what I hope it is, then I might just honestly keep playing the game. Now, of course, you can say, look at that, he just lied for attention, yada, 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 which, if I'm being honest, I didn't get that much attention off of it. So regardless, it's just my personal decision. I was just mad. I just typed up whatever I was thinking of at the moment. And yeah, now I just believe I might as well stay if it turns out to be as good as what I hope as how I hope the thing is. If not, then I might just leave the game, because then of course endgame content is going to revolve around global passives and yada yada yada, you know the gist. So to answer that first question, maybe. Depending on how everything goes, yes, but at the moment, maybe I will stay. And second, am I going to continue making content on Honkai Star Rail? And to just answer that, depends honestly on how I feel, because at the moment I do want to focus on other gacha games like Wuthering Waves, Zenless Zone Zero, Solo Leveling Arise. I do want to start making more content on those gacha games I'm playing, just for more variety. And depending on how everything goes, Honkai Star Rail content might just slow down, if not completely stop. And again, that depends on how everything goes and how 3.2 is looking, because if 3.2, regardless of the global passive, seems to be really darn good, then sure, okay, you know, you'll see a bunch of content in the game depending on how my recording situation goes, because again, at the moment, I can't really record gameplay per se. I mean, I could, but just not in the way I'm used to. And one last thing I want to talk about is the whole situation. Well, specifically me and people who actually want to continue playing the game for the sake of enjoyment, and not the shills who just, you know, say, oh, the global passive is nothing. Like, they could go jump off a bridge for all I care. Right now, I think it's Listen. If you want to leave Honkai Star Rail, that is fine by me. You are completely justified as in leaving the game because of what's going on. You're 100% justified. But to those who want to stay for the sake of just enjoying the game, you're also justified as into staying and playing the game. You shouldn't feel any type of way continuing playing the game you like because of what's going on. Look at Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, for example. That game is absolute dog crap. That game literally was just you could smell the greed off of that. They just wanted your money. They couldn't care less about anything else. And there are still people who enjoy the game, regardless of how greedy the game was or how terrible the DLCs was. People still enjoyed the game, still purchased the game, and are still fans of the game till this day. And that could be applied with this as well. Hoyoverse is scummy. We all know that. Hoyoverse has done and is doing some pretty darn scummy things. But if you enjoy the story, the gameplay, which, yeah, the story, the gameplay, the characters, if you enjoy all those aspects of the game and you see no real reward in leaving the game, then stay and play the game. Don't let people dictate how you play the game, okay? Don't let people dictate your choices in either staying or leaving the game. That should be entirely up to you and you alone, all right? And that is what I did. I am deciding to stay if things go smoothly with 3.2. And of course, I have reasons as well as to why I'm staying to play Honkai Star Rail. I enjoy the story. I find enjoyment out of the story. The story to me is personally really enjoyable. And if you do want to know, my top 5 animes are One Piece, Renai Flops, Your Name, Berserk, and Solo Leveling, okay? I have dabbled in some pretty good animes with some pretty good stories. And I will personally say that all those 5 animes I just listed all have better stories compared to Honkai Star Rail. But you know what all of those have in common, including Honkai Star Rail? I found enjoyment out of playing them. Well, enjoyment of consuming their story. That is all that matters to me. Enjoyment. If I find no enjoyment in the story, I don't play, or I don't watch or read or listen. Simple as that. And if you want to know my top 5 games, it is the God of War franchise, the Kingdom Hearts franchise, Persona 3 specifically, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, Mortal Kombat franchise. So yes, I've also pretty good fans of some games that I would say all have pretty good stories compared to Honkai Star Rail, excluding Mortal Kombat, because Mortal Kombat story is kind of iffy, I'm not gonna lie. I personally think Honkai Star Rail story is better than Mortal Kombat story, but you can say that for 99% of games. So yeah, I have dabbled in a bunch of anime, shows, and games that most people would say have better stories than Honkai Star Rail. But as I've said, I found enjoyment in every single one of them, hence why they're in my top 5. But as I said, this content, the content around Honkai Star Rail may dwindle out or completely stop, depending on how everything goes. It all depends on 3.2's live stream, okay? I'm ready. I'm excited to see that live stream. I can't wait to laugh my balls off when they happily introduce global passives to the game. But yeah, that's gonna honestly be it for this video. This video might be short as hell, who knows? But I hope you all understand why I kind of walked back on my earlier decision. So yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below, are you going to be playing the game or are you going to be quitting the game? So yeah, my Discord server is down in the description below. Make sure you go check that out if you can. And I will maybe see you all in the next Honkai Star Rail video. Signing off.
I've been so tired. I don't wanna fight, but you're a liar. I need your help, cause the situation's dire. I'm so sick of using people to get higher.